everyone. Today we're going to talk about types. And the way I want to explain this topic is with a beautiful image of two butterflies. So I'm going to share my screen. So here we have two beautiful images of two butterflies. And we can identify different properties, different features of this butterfly. For example, they have different color. So I'm going to write that butterfly 1 dot color is blue. And I'm going to write with the dot color. In fact, it's called dot notation. While butterfly 2 dot color is pink. And I can tell that I gave different names to the two butterflies. For example, I call the first one butterfly 1 dot name equal Giovanni. And I call the second one dot name Rosie. So far we talk about properties, features of an object. In this particular case, the butterfly. But I can also specify action, behavior. In this particular case, we talk about methods. For example, I can tell butterfly 1 dot fly. And I differentiate the fact that this is a method and not a property because I have the parentheses open and close. So it's an action. And the same thing I can specify, for example, butterfly 2 dot eat. Oops. Or I can tell, for example, butterfly 2 dot sleep. I want to make another example. Okay, here another examples with houses. And the same way I've done before, I can specify properties of the house. For example, color. The first house is red, the second one is brown. And I use again the dot notation. So I can write house 1 dot color equal, and then I specify the color. Number of floors is another property. In the first house, I've got 1 floor. In the second one, 2 floors. So I will write house 1 dot numbers of floors equal 1 in the first case, and number of floors equal 2 in the second example. Then we mentioned that we can also use methods, actions on the objects. If the house has a garage, I can specify house.open garage with the parentheses because it's a method, or house.close window, house.open door. These are just examples. Okay, so I hope it's clear. I think now we can move on a Swift playground. We are using Learn to Code 2 module. And once you open, we are in the types chapter. Okay, we're starting from deactivating a portal level. Okay, we have the teleport that we have to activate or deactivate because isActive is a property of the green portal. In the same way we saw the properties for the butterflies and for the houses, we're going to use the property isActive on the green portal. For example, if I want to solve this level, I have to specify that the green portal is not active, because otherwise I cannot reach the other switch on the opposite side of where byte is at the moment. So I start specifying the green portal.active is false. So after this, I can identify 3 sides, and they're all the same. So I can use a for loop and repeat 3 times. Something like this. So I have to do 3 steps, and then turn right and do other 3 steps, and then toggle the switch, and then turn around. Okay, so I can see that I can wrap 3 steps in a function. So all the time I don't have to write 3 instructions. I just write the name of the function. So first of all, I'm going to declare the function. So before you use it, you have to declare. And we saw that in order to declare a new function, we tap on the func keyword. Then we decide to specify a name. Okay, I decide to call this function 3 steps, because it's all about 3 steps. Okay, and then inside is just 3 move forward. Okay, so I start calling this function, which is called 3 steps. Okay, after that, I'm going to turn right. Okay, so now that you a little bit more experience, the number of commands that you have in the bottom bar is quite a lot. So you, instead of spending all the time scrolling left and right looking for the right command, you can easily tap to show the keyboard, and once you start typing the name of the commands, this will narrow the number of commands you have on the hint bar. Okay, so we said we do 3 steps, then we turn right, then we use the function again, which is called 3 steps. After that, we are ready to toggle the switch. And then we turn around. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. And in order to prove that, I'm going to step through my code. Okay, the first time I deactivate the portal, so it is not green anymore. You see, it became gray. Then I call the function 3 steps the first time, which does 3 steps. Then I turn right and I call the function again. Then I reach the switch, I toggle it and turn around. Then I call my function again, which does 3 steps again. Okay, I reach the middle of the maze, I turn right, and then I call my function again to go to the second switch. I think the solution is correct, so I'm just speed up a little bit. Great. I want also to solve the next one. The concept is the same. In this level, now we got the purple portal, which I have to activate or deactivate. It depends on where am I. So first of all, I'm going to create a function called turnaround, which I'm sure I'm going to use it. So I'm calling turnaround, which contains 2 turn left or 2 turn right. It's the same. Then I start to solve this maze. Okay, so I can specify, I use the while loop, and I say while byte is not blocked, I just keep going, so it's move forward. And then I check if I encounter a gem, I just simply collect the gem. Okay, bear in mind that I started with the purple portal active. So as soon as byte will start, it will be teletransported on the other side. And basically, byte will stop once I get to the end of the row. At that particular point, I have to turn around, okay? So once I get out of the while, I have to call my function turnaround. Now I go straight to the end of the other side. So I just calling another while until it's not blocked. While byte is not blocked, I keep going because I want to reach the other end of the side. When I reach the other end, it means that I reach the switch. So I will toggle the switch. Okay, so let's run this code. First of all, it starts calling the while is not blocked. While is not blocked does a step but the portal was active. So as I thought at the beginning, it will be transported to the other side of the maze. And then it will go one step at a time, checking for gems until it's blocked, which is this case. Okay, when it's blocked, exit from the while loop, turn around, and then there's another while it's not blocked, it just walk until it reaches the switch. What's happened here? So we never reach the switch because the portal is active. So before I start the other loop, I have to deactivate the portal. So I say purple portal dot is active equal false. Okay, so now I try again a little bit faster because I already run the code once. So I'm pretty confident that this time it's going to work. And then now he actually reaches the switch. Now I keep doing and I turn around. Okay, but now I have to activate the switch. So I write purple portal dot is active equal true because I want to go to the other side and collect the last row of gems. Okay, good. So another while is not blocked, I do move forward and collect gem. If it's on gem, I collect the gem. Okay, good. So I remove all the empty lines. Remember always to tidy up your code. And I run a little bit faster because I'm pretty confident this is the right solution. But if your solution doesn't work, remember to step through your code. It's the only way to understand, to try to identify your bugs and fix it. Okay, fine. Now, before I'm happy with my solution, I go back and look at my code because I want to identify if I have any code which is repeated. And in this particular case, I can see that this while is exactly as this while. So maybe it's worth to wrap it in a function. I'm going to create a function before I call it. And maybe I call this function and collect. Okay, and then I just move this while inside the function. Okay, so now I just have to call the function, move and collect, and then instead of this while, I delete this one and I call my function by collect. Okay, then I remove all the empty lines, and I think I'm pretty much done. I can go to the next page. This is my final solution. Okay, setting the right portal level. Exactly the same. This time you got two portals, the blue one and the pink one. Try to do the same. Try to use the functions at the end to make your code more efficient. I don't want to see any repeated code. Try to submit your solution to CISO and give you my feedback. Happy coding, everyone. Bye-bye.